ever since we've been in the Gambia, a lot of people have been asking us about ram earth houses or earth block, like using the soil to make the house itself. And we have been trying to spend our time to find out information about the type of, like, how do you build it, how many cement do you use, benefits of it. So recently we've been watching a video about a company in Ghana that is building with ram earth style. So we watch the video, we get some interesting takeaway from that one. So if you want to learn more about ram earth building, you're going to enjoy this episode. Welcome to Queen Jody and AP Uncensored Podcast. My name is AP. Yeah, so guys, we're here today and this is going to be an exciting episode. Yeah, so ram earth houses, right? So the company in Ghana is called Casa Consultant, right? They use ram earth to build affordable houses in Ghana for as low as 2,500. Yeah, that's an ideal price for a lot of people because people have been complaining about the high house prices in Gambia. So maybe build it with like earth house is something that a lot of people would appreciate here because of the price point.
But where in Ghana is that place being built though?
I'm not sure. I didn't write where in Ghana, but most people, like most places in Ghana now, people are actually using earth, like the dirt, the soil, to build their houses because it's more cost effective instead of using the blocks.
But I think you still have to do with location though. Yeah.
How so?
Because if the person have to buy the land, including the development, so basically the price point on these places will make the difference, and the fixtures, the amenities that you want to add to the property. So say for example you want a smart earth ram house, then the fixtures gonna be more expensive than a regular earth
Ram.
ram earth house.
Well, yes, true, but they basically you can customize it. You don't have to be basic. Maybe you have the basic functionality, like the basic thing.
Yeah,
door,
that's what I
windows,
mean. Like
styles.
when you're talking about the pricing.
Okay. I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
So if you want, like, you press the button and the door open, then it might cost more.
Right.
Yes. What he was building was basically basic ram earth houses, and it was very interesting to see because West Africa, you'll find red dirt basically across Africa, like
It's funny you say that because I think the trend with these kind of houses came out, for me, from my understanding, around the COVID-19 era.
Oh, the trend,
because a lot more persons were going into the idea of going natural, going organic, going what are the other words? But you get the gist, right? Like people now never start trusting like the pharmaceuticals and the foods that they buy in the supermarkets and stuff like that. So they want to grow their own, and that's why even the idea of homesteading was more on a tiny homesteading and the earth. Ram earth was one of the things that came out in this time when there was a pandemic. And for us, we were doing those we were looking at houses like that. We were considering if that's something we wanted to do as well. But here in Gambia, you don't have anybody doing ram earth.
No,
because there's a difference with the building the brick and the earth blocks versus the ram earth houses.
It kind of similar, but instead of ramming like an entire wall, like a column, you ram the blocks itself. You're basically compounding the dirt.
Right. Yeah. And some of them still use cement in that. Yeah,
but the cement usage is less in it. So why most people are choosing to live in ram earth houses, like as you said, is becoming a trend now because of the benefits of it versus the concrete house. And a lot of people overseas were really building with ram earth instead of like blocks because they're saying it's much more safer than the blocks.
But people overseas were even like people who wanted to do development with these things had fights with like the governments and
That's
people
true.
who needed to pass certain building thing. It's
That's
just
true.
as I said, like recently where these things were being more accepted. You understand when people look at the developments in terms of the block cement blocks. They will say, oh, people are getting more sick from cement blocks because of cancer and these things that, people were discussing these whole idea of people getting sick from the environment that they are living in. And so with the earth, ram earth, you can get, you know what? When people used to talk about building houses from dirt, the idea was like, oh, I like the mud houses than when I build in Africa.
Yeah, basically.
You understand? Because the way how, even if they show it in the movie that them go to Africa, it's like some little stick catch up something and then just fling to dirt and say, okay, that is the house that Africans live in.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's true.
But I think that wall that they said, what the wall of China, that big wall, wasn't it the earth them use, the earth brick?
I don't know because I've never been there to see it.
No, I think I'd watched a video where they talk about even houses like in not Egypt. Egypt was built from the pyramid. The pyramid
Yes, the earth
was
still.
built like that. It was
so,
ram
so,
earth.
So basically, ram earth is something that was used like for centuries.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people love it because they have seen where it lasts like forever. Basically, as you mentioned, the pyramids, like it built from the earth itself, and
Yeah.
even from that time to now, BC is
Yeah.
it's still around. So
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people love ram earth. But a lot of designers or contractors that know how to do ram earth, they're experimenting with the design, with the look, the feel of it, so it not look tacky, as you said. Because growing up in Jamaica,
It's more commercialized
I remember,
now.
yes, growing up in Jamaica, I remember my grandmother used to live in a house that she used the stick, and then she put the dirt, like wet it, and then use it to plaster the house, and that will last generations. Like my mother will grow up in that house, me grew up in, so the longevity of these houses and the benefits of it is why I think a lot of people are loving it. And plus trend never, like some trend don't die. Even if it go
Yeah.
out of style, it always reappear. And I
Yeah,
think Ram
yeah.
Earth is one of those things, especially when it comes to people moving to Africa. And, they want to have that traditional feel. Most people
Natural.
don't. Yeah, most people don't want to move to Africa and go back to living,
Certain way.
yeah,
like them
certain
used to,
way. So why most people don't like it also is because,
It's just the idea
yeah.
around it, like dirt house, like mud. When people talk about these kind of things, is the idea of earth homes is like what I explained to you earlier, mud house.
Yeah.
That now got tacky. That like how may I go fix my things them that. You understand? But the earth, ram earth, kind of give it a more commercialized look. So I've seen where that like they will take different color soils and just
Yes.
start them, and then it create like a theme.
Flows,
Yeah,
nice.
it just come off like really tasty to the eyes, if I could say that word.
Tasty, like chocolate,
Yeah.
like candy.
Yeah, you just
Got
have
the
that
candy
nice
effect.
look, and then the way how I see some people like fix the furnitures in there, they kind of have it looking luxurious same way, and even like with the glass, some people use glass in between and
Yes,
stuff like that. So
yes.
it's really pretty. It's just that you would have to know how to do it, and you would have to have the patience because it's a bit time consuming to be versus some people would rather go for that, the cement block houses,
yes.
because the time frame they are looking at the time frame in which
Yeah. They're saying that
These things are
cement
built.
blocks are much more like they see other people use it, so it's much more reliable versus a ram earth. But let's talk about the benefits of ram earth really, because in that video that we were watching, about the contractor in Ghana that built with it. He was talking about the benefit of it, and some of them we know, like, it keep the house insulated, meaning, Africa get hot,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
right now.
Some part of Africa get cold, like really, really cold, like even snowfall there. And
Yes,
some places is extremely hot, like the desert.
I would say West Africa is more hot based on the fact that it's more closer to the desert
Yeah,
versus East Africa that is going to be more like you're in America or Europe somehow.
yeah.
Yeah, because I've heard people talk about Kenya having snow and extra cold, Tanzania cold, but here in Gambia, around this western side here where we are, it's
Yeah.
sometimes cold, sometimes it's hot. And right now it's extremely hot.
It's
But
true.
it also reduce the usage of cement actually. Like, if you want to build cement prices right now, guys, is
It's
like
like skyrocketing. Like,
it's one of the highest thing right now.
that's true.
And that's the reason why one of the reasons why building construction is so expensive. So
But AP, you think
know.
you think they're using too much cement on these houses though?
I think they're using too much cement because the idea of cement is like glue. Cement is the glue
I
that holds the
think
house
in there,
together.
you know what? I think it's come back to the earth, the ram earth thing. You know, where we're used to like making the earth and
the
just
plaster.
plastering it. So to them, like doing the cement that way, it's like the earth them using.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
So it a go
So
more
they use
stronger.
a lot of cement because them say it need to mix like that and plaster it.
Yes, but you also have to consider that if you really look at how people build here, let's say Gambia, right? They don't use steel rods too much. Like the steel rods, like when you're building in Jamaica, like every
Yeah.
block, every other block, you have a steel rod
Yeah.
in there to hold the blocks or the house, even if it's chic. It's flexible, and I think they build that mostly because of hurricane. Like anytime
earthquakes.
you can have an earthquake. Sorry, yeah, earthquake that can shake the house and everything fall down. So they
Yeah.
use steel rods to hold the house just in case it's moving, it's dancing like this. So, but in Gambia here, they don't really have that earthquake situation. So
No, but they have strong winds and
correct,
heat
that's
and
true.
rainy season.
That's true.
So-
So they don't use a lot of steel rods in there because I think they're thinking about, okay, we don't need it. So they will just mix the cement, plaster it on top of one block, put that block on top of it, plaster another cement, put it on top of it, and they use the columns now, the
To hold it,
junctions in the
yeah.
house to basically hold the entire house. So if your column is weak, your house is weak, basically, because
Yeah, yeah.
you don't have any steel rods from the foundation to hold the block in place. When versus a ram earth now, like I seen in that video, the guy was doing a ram earth type, and it was so solid. Like for you to kick that down is going to be tricky, because once that earth dry, the way how it's supposed to dry, and they use this thing to seal it, then you cannot remove that so easy. You see the ant hill.
Yeah, yeah.
Those
Ant
are
hill
like-
is difficult to remove.
You cannot
so
move it like that.
can I just go and take a shift shot, what the name, the ant hammer, and just lick it
Yeah,
down?
you cannot move it. And so, but the ant, the best time to build with ram earth is close to around rainy season. That's what I believe. You know why? The more water wet it is, the stronger it get. Because if you check the ant hill, they have been wet and wet and wet and wet for like years. Some of them been there for years, and it's farm
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
If you even use a sledgehammer to try and hit that, you're going to spend a long time trying to just remove one, and there are multiple hundreds, thousands probably of them here. So
That's true.
the best time to build with earth, ram earth kind is, from what I see, is close to rainy season, like 4 months before rainy season. So when the rain start to fall, it's set a certain way already, and so the water just come now, and it just, because rainy season, most people believe rainy season in Africa is something that just consistently go, 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 go. But sometimes you have like sun, you don't see any rain, like 1, 2, 3 days, maybe sometime even a week, you don't see no rain. Then it just come like
And
that.
it pour the whole day.
It whole day. Yeah.
That's rainy season.
So some people, they're building with ram earth in Ghana, and what I see is that they make it look luxurious by they maybe add in glass there, like slide
Yeah, that's
glass.
what I was
You
saying
know,
earlier.
you were saying that.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier. But you know what's come to my mind now? I'm thinking about the earth homes, and I'm like,
Yeah,
can you really pull that off? Like the way they do it, like I keep forgetting the names, that the ram earths.
the ram earth. Yeah,
Can we actually pull that off here in Gambia though? Because Gambia full of sun, you know.
you
I
can do
hardly
it.
see Gambia with dirt, dirt,
You
dirt.
can do it. Seriously, we travel almost all of outside the city of Gambia.
Well, Gambia
Maybe
have
not.
different color sun.
No, not all of them is Sunday. If you go to, let's say, let me use Pirang, you will find sun, but majority of the soil type there is dirt, like red dirt.
No, me understand that
So,
part then.
so basically, not everywhere in Gambia is sun. You can pull it off outside of the city, away from the beach, more to the
Okay.
not the coastal side,
More
more
to the
inland.
riverside.
Yes, more inland. You will find clay type dirt
Yeah,
there
yeah.
that you can use to, basically build it. So these type of houses will work out of the city area, away from the coastal area. You will have the type of soil that you need, the type of landscape that you need to really put something nice, like a community, a ram earth community. What do you guys think about that? Like a
So that
ram
sounds
earth
interesting.
community?
I'm really intrigued with like building that kind of a type house, because me, I also go for the nature vibe as well, natural vibe. So cement, I still working my head around building a cement house versus building a brick house. I mean, or earth block, or ram earth.
Before we know about ram earth, cement is a thing because my father used to do construction. So I go on the site with him. I watch him build with, cement blocks. And that's what we know. But until you start to pay attention, they do ram earth in America too as well. Europe, they use ram earth too.
Yeah, they use it in
But
Europe, but like in Jamaica, I don't see that. I don't see anybody building ram
unless
earth.
people are trying it now, things are changing
Yeah,
now.
that's true.
Real estate is popping in Jamaica right now.
I'm
So,
seeing them building like
yeah.
container homes, mobile homes.
Yo,
You know,
we need to talk about
what you
some
call
of
it,
that.
fabricated homes, where like it already make. You just get the pieces them from the place and just put it up in a few minutes. You have everything set out.
We need to have discussion on that too, because I think some of those modular homes, they
Yes,
call them,
modular homes.
I think some of those houses will work best here in Africa too, because they're already insulated, and sometimes the price point on them is very inexpensive. So you can really use those type of houses to do affordable housing based on the shipping and all these things. So
Yeah, yeah.
something interesting. Did you know that, according to the guy, not me, because I don't know, right? In the video, he said that ram earth houses can last up to 1,000 years, if not more.
Yeah,
1,000
it's
years, if not more.
possible. I mean, look on like the pyramids. The new version that was made and the old version. You can see the difference with them. Like, like somebody test something first
Yeah, yeah.
and them say, all right, we make this, but when you make the next set, we could add this to it, that kind of vibe.
Yes, they did that actually.
Because you can see where it's like, okay, the thatch houses with the mud plaster versus the ram earth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see the evolution in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so he's saying that, I'm going to link if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to link the video to the interview in the description so you guys can check it out. 1,000 years is not bad.
I mean, that's a long time for any house to
Any
be
house to be.
on the market. I mean,
Yeah.
that means, because, okay, when you talk about appreciation of properties, yeah, I think with a house like that, the value would have been more than
The concrete.
the concrete.
Why is that?
Because you see these concrete houses in Gambia, right?
Yeah.
2 tools, you can lick them down.
Yeah, fat.
Right. Well, with a
Fast.
earth house like this, we're going to last 1,000 years.
Mm.
A person them generation can live in that house and them not have to worry about leak and
That's
certain
true.
things where you have to worry about with.
Yes.
You don't even have to paint the house if you don't want.
You don't have
because
to paint
the
it.
ram earth is in such a way. What I tell you, like the different color that they mix with the different earths.
But you have dyes. You
Yeah,
can
they
dye
have
it.
dyes. They can dye it, but like the natural earth itself. You know, like when you go the mountainside and you see them cut
No, I know what you mean. I know
the
what
mountain
you mean.
and you see the different rock
I
formation.
know what you mean. You even
It's
see
like
here in
that.
Gambia too.
Yeah, it's like that with the ram earth. So you don't even have to paint it if you don't want.
No,
so
you
the
don't have to
cost
paint it.
the cost for like maintain, is not so rigid versus a block house AP.
Yes,
A
your
cement block
renovation,
house.
your maintenance cost is going to be less. So let's say you're doing it for like an Airbnb purpose where you're renting it out, and the regular thing with a cement block house and paint is people come, they destroy your house, and then you're gonna have to renovate. But a ram earth house, it already have one color.
Yeah.
So maybe they will break your glass, but if you have strict policies, I don't think that will come about. So I'm guessing some of you guys are thinking right now who are listening that, okay, mud house, basically that's what you're thinking, right? Mud house, isn't it going to leak? Like when rainy season, the water is going to make the mud, water and mud. If you come to Gambia here, rainy season, you see the mud how it stay. So a lot
No
of
mud
people,
hardening. No.
no, when it's dry, it's hardened. But as soon as water catch it, it start to, So
Yeah, because you have things moving through them.
so the guy is saying that is true, heavy stuff. So the guy is saying that he have a solution there that will prevent water from destroying it. So like he was showing even a section of the house, he was building one, and he was saying they just fixed this, and it's rainy season, so you could see the water like make a rip through the mud, come down to the section that was there before. The section that was there before is solid, nothing is wrong with it, but the one that he built recent, you can see the water cut it.
Yeah.
So he's saying this was built right in the time of rainy season, right? But they did not use the prevention thing in there, because I think he was saying, I'm not sure, you guys can watch the video and tell me, but I think he was saying they didn't put it in there. But if they did put it there, then the water wouldn't cut the mud like that.
Okay.
Yes. But he said if everything is there and it's set, the water will never like cut it.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's for those of you who are thinking, isn't the water going to destroy it during rainy season and stuff like that? No, the water will not destroy it according to him. And also he said that they make the column, because it's not blocks now. It's like you put box, like you put a big
Yes.
box, and
And
then
you
you
ram
ram
the
the
earth.
dirt inside of
Yes.
it. Okay.
But for that, I think they add rods.
No, they don't. Not all the time. It depends on where you want. Like if you're going to a column, yes, they will sometimes put
Yeah, so
rods
I
there.
mean, like the columns, they put rods.
Yes, the ends.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you see, with earth, I think that's why special people build those ones, because in order for you to have your piping system,
Yes.
your drainage system,
Yes.
your ventilation, all of that have to be calculated before you start
Before you
doing
even start.
ram earth.
This is why he said that also. He said he used a certain type of piping that, they don't have to remove it again, because those piping will never like break or anything. And if it block, you just use something to clean it. But they're never going to move. It's not like concrete, you mash out a section and then you remove. Once that is set, it's set.
Yeah.
So you cannot remove it again, like you're going to just basically destroy
That's
your
why
whole
I'm saying
structure.
it can't work in a Gambia right now, because even the pipe system.
No, you can ship your own material, so I wouldn't say it cannot work in here. It can work. If
No, I mean with the local stuff them that is being sold here,
that's,
you can't. That
but
can't
if you
work.
ship it, you don't have that problem there anymore. You
Okay.
understand? And if local builders here cannot build it, then somebody who is listening can build it, and then they will come and build it, and
No,
then
all right,
it can
AP. But now
go.
I say it can be done, as you say, but it might be more expensive for somebody who decide to do it because, as you say, you have to go ship.
It depends. I don't talk about it like that. It depends on the person and what they can do, and maybe you can even find the material here that the person need to build the houses. Like Gambia is not as expensive as people make it out to be. It depends on what you want to buy and where you're going to buy. People are
Okay.
building houses here in Gambia for like up to $1 million. Is nice houses,
No, I know
but
that.
the material might be not the high quality material, but still it can last long. You understand what I'm saying? So is there are is in every marketplace there are price ranges.
No,
So
I get
not
that. I
there's
get
no
that.
one set price on anything anywhere. You understand? Though it might be cheaper to build in other countries than Gambia, or it might be expensive to build in other countries than Gambia. It depends. Each marketplace have its own price.
That's true.
So the guy was saying that the ram or the column, he built them like 8 inches thick. So 8 inches is a lot of thickness. So that thing you cannot just kick it and it fall down. So
Right.
that ensure the durability of the building, versus if it was not that thick.
And that's why you'll have a stronger house with ram earth versus a house like this where make out of cement.
Yes, that's
You
true.
know.
That is true.
Because even though you can kick off
Yeah, you can
easy in a
use a sledge
Gambia
and
is
boom and break your wall and come
yeah.
inside. It's very
it's,
simple.
it's very weird, but yeah, it's like that.
It's very simple. So you also have this section where you talk about. Wait, would you use Ram Earth House for commercial use? Like, do you see people building out like a community of Ram Earth houses for commercial use? Do
It's
you think that would look
possible.
attractive?
It's possible because remember, you have different businesses have different clientele, right? So if for example you are looking at building ram earth houses or properties for commercial use, then you'd have to look at the clientele that you want to open that platform to, right?
Okay.
You may have nature lovers who just want, when they are traveling, they have places like this because they are the geeks now that don't want the cements, they don't want if it's not vegan, no, I don't want it. It's chicken, no, I don't want it. You understand what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that they're going for natural, organic thing. So
Yeah.
places that they go, you have some people go to the extreme that anywhere they're going, they make sure they find the organics, the naturals straight. You understand? As much as they possibly can. So yeah, in a case like that, like that your clientele is important.
Yeah, I understand. I agree with you. But most people that are coming to Africa now, they're actually open to hurt blocks building. They actually want to see it. They're like, if I have a little bit more traditional style housing, I will buy it. I think people are buying housing based on what is available and not necessarily based on the fact that they don't like the traditional style houses, because it's not about the type of housing, that meaning like traditional or modern. It's more like how it look when it finish, like the feel of it, because you can take a traditional house and modernize it based on the what you put inside there.
Right.
You can take a simple house and really make it like pop. You understand? So if
Yeah.
you use Ram Earth House to build out like for rentals, if you put like a little glass, like big glass there, you step inside, you maybe have marble, whatever, marble, something, make just find a way to make it pop. Then people will say, wow, have you seen the Ram Earth? And then people will talk about it more. So if you see any developers trying that in the Gambia, just you hear it here first. Shout out if you are a developer and you want to build, reach out to us. We have some ideas. Um, the next thing I want to ask you, would you live in a ram earth house yourself? Like,
Me, definitely. Definitely. There's
Yeah.
if I should get a ram earth house
Mm-hmm.
versus a cement block house, even if the cement block house look more luxurious than the earth block, I would choose the earth block
And
house.
the cement block house will look more luxurious based on what people eyes are used to seeing. So it will look more like, hey, let me take this cement house. They will.
As again, you can make a house what you want it, especially if you are buying it for yourself or building it for yourself, and you can give your clients, an experience with a ram earth house as well, because then you can you can have something that tells them, the benefits of that house when they're staying there, and so these are things that you can add as packages for people
Something
to.
just come to me a while ago.
Yeah.
It says, a house is not a home until you make it so.
Exactly.
So, whether you live in a tree house, whether you live in a
Yeah.
ramhurt house, cement block house, it's
Or
not
you
a
live-
home
or
until
you
you
live
make
in a
it so.
cave house.
It doesn't matter where you live. Your house, a house is just a place, and a home is what you make it.
Exactly.
Beautifully said by Mr. AP himself. Yeah. So to wrap things up, guys, we want to tell you, if you're interested in investing or buying real estate anywhere in Africa, and not be Gambia alone, and you want some advice, consultation on how to do things, make sure you visit www.dirttogoldclub.com. Book consultation, reach out to us, talk to us. We're available. We're here for you guys. We look forward to hearing from you. And if you enjoyed this podcast episode, please share it with someone. Next episode, invite a friend with you. Invite a friend. And so we all can share in this information and take advantage of them, because there's so many opportunities in real estate in Africa that you may not even know about. And we will be talking about them from our own experience and from other people's experience too. And we can dissect it and have a big discussion, and we see how best we can help each other move forward on this journey. Yeah, so thank you guys.
I eat that,
I eat that.
Yeah.